Welcome to Let's Go Racing. I'm Dani Gibson here with Dick Jerardi. We're on NBC Sports Philadelphia, and the highly anticipated big day of horse racing here in Pennsylvania is today. The Grade 1 Pennsyvania Derby, the Grade 1 Cotillion. Get on out here right after the show. Get a hat while supplies last. It's going to be just a fabulous day. Family fun, music, the mummers, and the top horses in the country.
No doubt, Dani. We're talking 14 races, 11 stakes, $4 million worth of purses today at Parx, and best jockeys and trainers in the country. It's the day annually where Parx Racing gets to shine.
All eyes will be on us. Well, let's talk about the big race. There's two big races. We're going to break down the boys first. This is going to be race 13 on the card, the Grade 1 Pennsyvania Derby. For 3-year-olds, they're going to go a mile and an eighth. Now, this is one of the last 3-year-old races of the year. Big field here.
Yeah, it is a big field. It's interesting to see who's going to be the favorite. Now, Dragoon Guard has been made the morning line favorite, and I get it. He's won 4 in a row. It's Cox and Giroux. They won the race last year. Seize the Gray is the Preakness winner. Normally you would think he would be the favorite, right? But his last couple of races, not good. The Preakness is kind of looking a bit like an aberration. We'll see if he can come back to his top form. Unmatched Wisdom for Chad Brown, dangerous. Forget his Travers, you know he's good. Uncle Heavy, local, 3 local horses, in fact, and are just step on it. Lonesome Boy. So Pennsyvania Derby be very interesting. And I caught up with the legend himself, Wayne Lukas, who's got Seize the Gray. Seize the Gray, where is he? He was great at the Preakness, and you said maybe he didn't like Saratoga. Where is he at the moment?
I think he's right on his game. I have no excuses today. I have no excuses for him at all. I'm comfortable right where we're at. He's not one-dimensional. He can do pretty much what we want to do. We'll take a look at what happens and how the gate unfolds, and I feel good about him.
Wayne, you've had a lot of clients through the years, from Gene Klein to the Lewis's, success with just about every one of them. Now you have how many clients in My Racehorse? I mean, what is the deal with this group?
2,740, I think, is the number. And they're quite a diverse group, too, believe me. I was saying earlier, you know, after the Preakness, they were waiting for trying to get the horse in, and they couldn't get him in. There were so many people, but they started to cheer and chant, and I thought I was at a football pep rally or something. They were all cheering, and one big guy was leading them, you know, chanting, "Seize the Gray, seize the Gray."
Well, it'll be a huge winner's circle if My Racehorse gets that win. Seize the Gray, they'll be pouring onto the track, and obviously we're a big fan of D. Wayne Lukas on this show at this racetrack. It would be cool, and to see the jockey Jaime Torres, who got his start here at Parx, get another big win.
Absolutely.
But he's not the only one that's going to have all the fun. We do have 3 local horses. We'll just touch on them. The number 3 is Lonesome Boy, Hugo Padilla, and Adam Bowman. Adam's been aboard for all his races. Yes. The number 6, Just Step on It, Lou Linder. Florent Giroux rode him to a nice 4th in the Haskell, but he does get Jose Lascano.
And he was second, and a really good second. Just missed winning the Smarty Jones.
But let's get to Uncle Heavy, coming from post 10. Now, he did run in the Preakness. They get Michael Sanchez back aboard.
Right, Michael Sanchez is riding, and they've been looking all year, Dani, for a race with a hot, contested pace. This might be it. Let's see what Uncle Heavy could do. Here's Butch Reed. Uncle Heavy has been in all the big races. Of all of them, how much would you love to win the Pennsyvania Derby on your home track?
Oh, it would be great. We've been here between my brothers and I and the family. We've been here since the opening year of way back in Keystone days. So it would be really something fantastic to be a part of it.
So we saw him in the Smarty Jones. He ran good, probably not as good as maybe you would hope. Ran a pretty decent 3rd. Where is he now in relation to where he's been all season?
Well, he's always, you know, he's been a horse that I'm getting tired of making excuses for, really. He's a nice horse, trains great, and he had a beautiful blowout over the track the other day. And I thought in the Smarty Jones, he kind of got up in between horses, and it isn't really his favorite spot. So he unfortunately turned into a horse that kind of looks like he needs things his own way. And we'll have Mikey Sanchez, and he knows him well. He's won a couple times on the horse. So I think we'll be able to work out a real good trip for him.
All right, all eyes go to the Grade 1 Cotillion. This is our 3-year-old fillies. It's going to be a race 12, $1 million purse. And the big story is the queen, the Kentucky Oaks winner, coming from post 6, Thorpita Anna. I think this is going to be everybody single on their ticket.
Yeah, there's no doubt. I mean, her record is just incredible. I mean, the only time she loses is when it's really close or she's in against the boys, and you can make a pretty good case even when she lost in the Travers. That might have been her best race. So she's going to be probably 1 to 5 or 2 to 5 5, something like that. If there is a horse that's going to beat her, and I don't know that there is, it's going to be Mystic Lake. She's lone speed. She's outside. And if you think about the last 2 Cotillions, what happened last year? We had the Kentucky Oaks winner, and we had a horse named Ceiling Crusher come in from California, loose on the lead, gone. 2 years ago, we had the Kentucky Oaks winner, Secret Oath. We had a loose on the lead Society, gone. I'm not telling you they're beating Torpedo Anna. I don't think it's going to happen, but if it's going to happen, it's going to come from Mystic Lake, Mike Smith, and the hot Saffy Joseph, who had his breakout win here 5 years ago in the PA Derby with Math Wizard.
Well, Torpedo Anna is going to get 7 horses to run against, a total of 8 in this field. And Kenny McPeak has been so high on jockey Brian Hernandez, and here's more on that.
My relationship with Brian is because he comes in, he knows all the horses in our barn. I mean, he's got a memory unbelievable. He can remember when they ran and who, how they traveled and all the details going back races. It gives him the chance to really feel a horse and get to know a horse, and then he gives me feedback and says, you know, Kenny, you don't feel like much under me, or didn't gallop out well, or I don't think this horse is quite ready. And he's always got input, and I really like that. I think it's like a team of rowing, where we're all rowing the same direction. We're trying to get everybody in sync.
Well, we're going to go to our first break, but so much. Make sure you stick around. We're going to have local races and national races and more on PA Derby Day, all coming up next.
Broad Brush by a head. Glow right there on the rail second.
This is Parx.
This is how you roll. This is how it goes. This is how you pop, this is how you rock. Take a chance, do a dance, little romance. This is how you. This is how you win. This is how you excite. This is how you all night. 360 hit me. Now we're going all in. I can feel it calling. The crowd, the light, the night, the sights, the vibe is right. This is how you. This is
Parx, Pennsylvania's #1 casino experience. This is how you win.
The question a lot of people are asking themselves these days is, do I buy new or do I buy pre-owned? Here's what I'll tell you. New car inventories are still low, and new car prices are still high. However, with the certified pre-owned Nissan at Chapman Nissan, we have a huge selection, and you can save thousands over new. Plus a 7-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty, roadside assistance, 1-year prepaid maintenance, and so much more. And not for nothing. Can you really tell the difference? I can't.
Racehorses are pampered,
treated with care, and loved.
Nothing is more important than their health and their safety.
We do right by them,
and they do right by us.
the hard-working folks
Who proudly earn our living.
In Pennsylvania's horse racing,
and breeding industries.
Horse racing is a lot of fun.
but it's so much more.
It provides tens of thousands of jobs,
Jobs and billions in economic impact each year.
all across the Commonwealth.
Horse racing in Pennsylvania. It's a winner.
Broad Brush shakes off Glow. Nears the quarter pole with a 5-length lead. Glow second by 2 lengths. Marvin's Policy third. Sumptuous is fourth. Lock We Met fifth, and Broad Brush has bolted to the outside. And Glow once again inherits the lead. On the rail, Sumptuous is second. Broad Brush out past the crown of the track third, with Marvin's Policy fourth. Sumptuous has the lead. Broad Brush is coming back on the outside. Sumptuous on the inside. Broad Brush coming back, and Broad Brush assumes command, wins the Pennsyvania Derby.
That was the great Jack Lamar calling Broad Brush's win in the 1986 PA Derby. Jack was the original announcer here at Parx when this track opened November 4, 1974, and that was his most famous race call here, and that was his last PA Derby, and what a way to go out. And of course, he's in our Hall of Fame. He'll be announced as one of our newest Hall of Famers, the great Jack Lamar.
Well, I know Joe Wilson's got to be really proud of the big day coming ahead and all the hard work of everybody.
He is indeed. Look, he was responsible for getting this race moved to where it is. It's become such a big deal. Here's my conversation with Joe. Joe, it's Pennsyvania Derby Day. You've been here for many of them. What's it mean to you to have this big event?
Yeah, I've been here for a lot of them. That's for sure. Hey, look, it's the highlight of our year, without a doubt. One Saturday a year, the racing world pays attention to Parx. We're doing a lot of good things here. Got a lot of good races. You just saw the draw, so got a lot of really good horses coming. So, just gearing up, getting excited for it.
So the star of the show this year is not going to be in the PA Derby. It's going to be in the Cotillion. To have Torpedo Anna here, how much does that mean?
Oh, wow, it's great. That's great. I mean, the Cotillion over the years, as you know, we've gotten the best fillies that there are. Let's put it that way. Yep. And This one's no exception, that's for sure. Just a tremendous horse.
And in the Derby, you got the Preakness winner, Seize the Gray, trained by a real horse racing legend, Wayne Lucas, who's been here many times.
Yep.
What's it like to have Wayne come back to your race?
Oh, it's great. It's great. When he comes here, he's always liked being here, and just a class act. So look, you look forward to this kind of stuff. Doesn't happen that often here. So.
Well, of course, we have the 2 $1 million races, but there's also 11 stakes total and 9 additional. So we're going to see some other pretty big stars coming.
And to me, the biggest star on the card, other than the 3-year-old races, and maybe the biggest star of all, in the Greenwood Cup, the great Next comes back to defend his crown, and he is unbelievable. He doesn't just win these races, these marathons, he wins by 20, by 25. We'll see if he can do it. He defends his title in the Greenwood Cup. Bucciarino for our man Freddie Velasquez and the Gallant Bob, look out. Full field, terrific field, the Turf Monster. It's going to be a great day of racing, Dani.
And I know we talked about Uncle Heavy running for Butchery, but Butch has 11 horses in. That is amazing. Almost a horse in every race.
And he had a phenomenal day here 2 years ago on PA Derby Day. I'd love to see if he can do it again.
Yeah, looking to duplicate that. Well, let's get to some local racing. We're going to take a look back at Monday's 7th race. Pretty solid PA Bread Allowance race. And Mac Daddy 2's the favorite for John Service.
Yeah, John Service. Does he win any races around here? Is he in the Hall of Fame? You do well. Yeah, Mac Daddy 2, solid horse for Johnny.
Yeah, and Dylan's Ruby, second choice. So, of course, keeping the theme with John Service.
Yeah, John.
Pretty nice on a Classic Empire.
John with the first 2 choices. So let's see how he does.
Well, let's see what happens. Here's the call.
6 in a line as they head down the backstretch, and it is Force of Justice being chased to the inside. Mac Daddy 2, he's eager to join the lead. On the outside, Dylan's Ruby. Karkaroth is 4th. Humble Joe, then at the back, Lost and Confused, but not far off, just about 3 or 4 lengths off the front running leader, who's now Mac Daddy 2. They head down the backstretch, 22 and 4 for the opening quarter. They make their way into the far turn. Mac Daddy 2, Force of Justice, not throwing in the towel just yet. He's just a neck behind that. It's Dylan's Ruby, Karkaroth, Lost and Confused. Humble Joe now at the back. Those two are in a line, Mac Daddy 2 and Force of Justice, neither giving an inch. Dylan's Ruby under an all-out drive. They go around the far turn. On the inside, Mac Daddy 2, Force of Justice relents just a little bit. Dylan's Ruby, Lost and Confused, going wide. In between Karkaroth, they're trying to run down. Mac Daddy 2, who now has the lead down the center of the track. Dylan's Ruby, Lost and Confused, both of those two with some momentum. On the inside, Mac Daddy 2 has 16th left to go. On the outside, Lost and Confused, Dylan's Ruby came to his inside. Those two down to the wire. Lost and Confused and Dylan's Ruby, photo for the win.
Lost and Confused was anything but getting the win. It was a great finish. Ruben Silvera had one mount, made it count, and Abner Adorno, he thought he was a winner turning for home, he said, with Mac Daddy 2, but he did fade back to third, but really exciting finish there.
Yeah, by a nose, and that was win number 250 for Jamie Ness on the year. You're saying, well, he's got to be number 1 in the country, right? No, Steve Asmussen at 289 and counting, but Jamie a clear number 2 at 250.
It's really cool. Jamie's a leading trainer at Parx, at Delaware, and at Laurel, and I love talking to him about his operation.
Yes,
he is
indeed.
one organized machine.
Indeed.
Pretty cool. Well, let's take a look at Monday's 8th race. This was our Parx picks, but that kind of turned out to be a disaster. Let's look at the favorite shipping in, Mr. Antonelli.
Mr. Antonelli coming in from Laurel, hadn't run since April, got bet like the race was over, like somebody do something here, Dani.
Your pick was the Monopoly Man, handsome son, gray son of the big beast.
Yeah, 2-1, Danny Gargan and our man KC, Kendrick Carmouche.
Whiskey Romeo Sierra has the lead, but it's a tenuous one. Big ZOG to his outside, length or so back. Mr. Antonelli, he's in third. The opening quarter goes in 22 and 1. They head down the backstretch towards the far turn. Whiskey Romeo Sierra, Big ZOG, Mr. Antonelli moving from off the pace. Bronx Boys, he's now in fourth and gaining to his outside. The Monopoly Man, Bet the Line, and Uncle Winchester still at the back. Three battling across the track on the front end. They go through the far turn and backing up now. Whiskey Romeo Sierra, Big ZOG, and looming on the outside, Mr. Antonelli. He has the lead now, 45 and 4 for the half. Mr. Antonelli hits the top of the stretch in command, chasing down the center of the track. Bronx Boys also getting in gear late, the Monopoly Man, but it is Mr. Antonelli who has a clear and commanding lead. Mr. Antonelli has a 16th left to go, and he is putting on a show. Mr. Antonelli is going to coast to victory. Going to be a photo for a second between the Monopoly Man and Bronx Boys.
Mr. Antonelli shipping in and just love sitting off that speed duel.
They knew what was going on. They bet. Win by 6.5. Never in doubt. Mr. Antonelli, gone.
Yeah, beautiful sum by Mendelssohn. Well, let's get to some national races. We're going to go to Churchill Downs. This is the first Kentucky Derby points race of the season. The Grade 3 Iroquois $300,000 one-turn mile. Jonathan's Way is our post-time favorite.
Yeah, an Ohio bred. You don't see that many of them. A son of Vacoma was off to a very good start as a sire, won the Met Mile, won the Bluegrass Stakes back in the day. We'll see how he does first start in the state.
And I-Rod's out in Kentucky riding Owen Almighty, second choice trainer Brian Lynch.
Yeah, Brian Lynch, I am a big fan. I like everything he runs.
Let's see how it is. Here's track announcer Travis Stone with the call to Iroquois.
Jonathan's Way takes charge right off the mark and goes out to lead. And Jack's Time with some good speed down toward the inside is a stalking second. It a bit tight as they cross over. Magnitude comes on and Owen Almighty does as well. They're now second and third. Jack's Time is an up close fourth. Giacoso in behind that first flight, racing in fifth. Authentic Strike is now sixth. Firmus on the far outside in seventh. And then it's Mesero racing in eighth and down toward the inside. Politically correct between them. Sandman is at the back of the first flight and completely outrun is Strummin. Onto the far turn, the opening quarter, 23-1. Here's the half, 46 3/5 seconds. They're on the far turn, and it's Jonathan's Way, the leader, trying to get away from Magnitude in second. Giacoso comes on strongly now, second. Authentic Strike on the far outside is there. Owen Almighty's in some heavy traffic, but making progress now. Jack's Time is down toward the rail. In behind horses, Mesero. They come off the turn. Jonathan's Way heads for home in front by a length and a half and dashes away by 2. Jonathan's Way in front with a furlong to go. Giacoso put in a bid down the center. Owen Almighty runs up into second.
Jockey Joel Rosario rides Jonathan's Way to a victory. Kentucky points given.
Indeed. Phil Bauer, nice Midwest trainer. I like what he does. His horses are almost always live, training right to the Breeders' Cup Juvenile. See him at Del Mar. We'll see how Jonathan Way fits with the rest of the group.
Yeah, pretty good field. We'll see who moves forward in the road to the Kentucky Derby. We're going to go to our another break, but when we come back, our jockey and trainer of the week and best of the rest all on the other side.
The Excite Center at Parx Casino, the region's hottest live entertainment venue. Check out your favorite concerts, comedy, boxing, MMA, all at the #1 casino in Pennsylvania. Don't miss the hilarious Steve Trevino on Saturday, November 23rd, plus funny lady Kathleen Madigan on Saturday, December 7th. Don't miss these 2 exciting headliners, only at the Excite Center inside Parx Casino. Parx Casino, this is how you win. This is how you win. Tickets on sale now.
The Pennsylvania Thoroughbred Horsemen's Association is the advocate for Parx Racing's horsemen and has worked hard to secure better lives for the hundreds of trainers and their families that work in the thoroughbred racing industry. Our horsemen benefit from medical coverage, trainer pension plans, and increased purses. Thanks to these horsemen, racing at Parx is the very best, providing entertainment for you and the entire family. The Pennsylvania Horsemen are proud to be part of the community and introduce a new generation of fans to the sport of kings.
The PA Horse Breeders Association has a remarkable story to tell. North America's most lucrative awards program also produces Grade 1 winners year after year. Of all the great PA breds, none is more well-known, more iconic than Smarty Jones. We salute Smarty on the 20th anniversary of his wins in the first 2 jewels of the 2004 Triple Crown, at the time becoming only the 3rd ever undefeated Preakness champ.
Welcome back, everybody. Let's turn our attention to this week's Jockey of the Week, sponsored by NovaCare. Congratulations, jockey Francisco Martinez, proving he's a force on the Park circuit, notching over 50 career wins. Jockey of the Week is sponsored by NovaCare, the power of physical therapy. All right, time for this week's Trainer of the Week, the PTHA proudly partners with the Tunnel to Towers Foundation to bring our Trainer of the Week. Congratulations, Jamie Ness, this week's Trainer of the Week. He had multiple wins, including 3 consecutive wins on Tuesday. He is just pulling away in the leader standings. The PTHA proudly partners with the Tunnel to Towers Foundation to bring this week's Trainer of the Week, Jamie Ness. It's time for this week's Turning for Home family photo. This one means a lot to me. B. Wooder. I actually retired her in Turning for Home and really proud to have had a win with her and a couple of a really good second, third place finish. But she found a wonderful family through Megan Meter, who's one of our partner farms in New Jersey. And her favorite thing to do is roll in the mud and then get cleaned up again.
Who doesn't like doing that?
And her best friend is another Turning for Home alumni, Gambit's girl.
Perfect.
And they just enjoy their days.
And Exacta hanging out.
Love it. Well, let's get to best of the rest. It's this week's PTHA Trophy race. We're talking about Tuesday's 5th race. Fillies and mares going 6.5 furlongs, and nice big field in here. Jamie Ness has run it.
Yeah, and you gotta love Jamie Ness. He's involved in everything, and this is a really good race. One of the best we've had here for PTHA Trophy races, Dani. And you caught up with the winner.
I did. Here's the winner of this week's PTHA Trophy race.
Rumit now has a narrow lead. Cozy Colby chasing down the center of the track at 16th left to go. Rumit has the lead, looking for the wire on the outside. Cozy Colby, those two hit the wire together.
Pleased to be with winning owner Teresa, Blue Star Stable. You got a win today, and we got to see you in a different aspect, not assistant trainer, but owner.
Yes, very much so. I'm very excited. It's different being an owner opposed to being an assistant.
And what a trip Abner had. Take us through that, because she really had to go in and out.
Yeah, I mean, she's always had little problems with getting out, so I changed a few things on her, did a few things differently, and he said this time it definitely was a lot more manly.
Oh, well, couldn't be more happy for you. Congratulations. Enjoy your big win.
Thank you.
All right, let's go to Churchill Downs. The Grade 3 Pocahontas 2-year-old fillies with that 1-turn mile, $300,000, and all eyes for us in PAs on the number 2, Icona Mama. Trainer Flint Stites sends her out. She's getting a really good aggressive ride with Florent Giroux.
Yeah, 30-1, daughter of Maximus Mischief, Pennsyvania bred. She's going to win, Dani, but she's going to run a pretty good third. La Cara for that man, Mark Cassie, who wins everywhere with everything, is going to win it at 5-1. But Icona Mama, pretty good third. And you had her first and second,
I did, and shout out to her, one of her breeders, Patrick Morrell. He does the show at Presque Isle Downs, and he said she might run in the Finest City next and could possibly go on to the Breeders' Cup Juvenile.
Good luck to them. Have a trip to Del Mar. What could be better?
Well, let's go out to New Jersey. Monmouth Park wrapped up, but not without the New Jersey bred fillies and mares going 6 furlongs. Good purse, too, over $68,000, but all eyes are on Steve Krebs sending out the number 8, Kate's Cuban Kiss.
Yeah, our man Krebs here at 22-1, got her loose on the lead, and they are just not ever going to catch Kate's Cuban Kiss. Coming up for third, our man Jeff Maddie and family with Beachfront Breeze coming along for third. So a little Parx semi-exacta sort of a trifecta if you used them first and third.
Yeah, I thought Beachfront Breeze coming off the layoff ran really respectably, but I thought Kate's Cuban Kiss at 22-1 was really awesome.
Did we bet on her?
No. Wish I did. We're going to go to another break, but Dick and I are going to try to make you some money. Craig Donnelly, too, on the big day, so stick around.
This is Parx.
This is how you roll, this is how it goes. This is how you pop, this is how you rock. Take a chance, do a dance, little romance. This is how you. This is how you excite, this is how you all night. 360 hit me, now we're going all in. I can feel it calling, the crowd, the light, the night, the sights, the vibe is right. This is how you. This is
Parx, Pennsylvania's #1 casino experience. This is how you win.
The question a lot of people are asking themselves these days is, do I buy new or do I buy pre-owned? Here's what I'll tell you. New car inventories are still low and new car prices are still high. However, with the certified pre-owned Nissan at Chapman Nissan, we have a huge selection and you can save thousands over new. Plus a 7-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty, roadside assistance, 1-year prepaid maintenance, and so much more. And not for nothing. Can you really tell the difference? I can't.
Welcome back, everybody, to Let's Go Racing. The big day is here. If you can't get out, and I suggest you do that, gates open up at 10, first post 11:35. We are going to be on a live broadcast on NBC Sports Philadelphia from 4:30 to 6:30. It's going to be a star-studded cast.
Yeah, Lafitte Pincock will host. I will be the analyst. Dani and Maggie Wolfendale will be on it, and we look forward to talking to all you. But try to get out here and come say hi.
Yeah, get one of those cool PA Derby hats while supplies last. It's going to be a fabulous day. Let's talk about the big race and who we like. The Catillon, I think we're going to have the same single. I'm going with number 6, Torpedo Anna.
Look, I can't get past her, but as I said earlier, if you think that Mystic Lake can run back to her Charlestown race and Torpedo Anna does not run back to her Travers, there's a chance at an upset. Do I think it's going to happen? No, but not out of the question. And I love Loose on the Lead. Mystic Lake, maybe.
I'm going Torpedo Anna, power squeeze. Let's jump to race 13, the big race, the PA Derby. I'm going to go with the big gray Dragoon Guard. I just think he's so tactical. I think he's coming in great form. Brad Cox knows how to win. Florent Giroux will be aggressive. And I'm going to use Timeout and Joel Rosario underneath. Hopefully get a nice
Interesting. Yeah, they're going to try to do the same thing they did last year with Saudi Crown. Dragoon Guard, Loose in the Lead. I'm not sure he's going to make a clear lead, and he doesn't have the numbers that Saudi Crown had last year. I've always liked this horse, Unmatched Wisdom. Forget the Travers, put a line, overmatched in that race. If he can come back to his curling, that race is going to be good enough. And Pratt and Chad Brown are the combo. I'm going with Unmatched Wisdom to upset the PA Derby.
That would not be a disappointment for me. Let's see what Craig has to say.
The most important thing with the racing is to have quality and quantity. We have both in excess, best riders, best horses in the country running, tremendous card. In the Cotillion, I'm going to take a big shot with a horse that's going to be about 1 to 2, Torpedo Anna. How about 6 for 8, $2.2 million. The best race she ever ran, despite only having lost twice, is her last one when she got beaten a photo in the Travers. Tremendous effort against Colt. She's back with fillies. And for second, Mystic Lake, tremendous speed. It's the first time she's gone around 2 turns this year, but I think she'll be the one to catch and will go a long way.
PA Derby, Craig, what are you thinking?
I'm going to take a mild upset. Stronghold's on the outside. You might think post 11, that's bad news. But the horse inside him tends to not break Shark Uncle Heavy. So I think he'll be able to break well, get good position, stalking trip outside. And I know he got beat by Dragoon Guard last time, but I think with a better trip, an ideal situation, breaking well, and Freysu certainly knows the horse, Stronghold could upset Dragoon Guard.
And you like the 14th race as well, which is the race after the PA Derby. A lot of local horses. What do you like in there?
There are local horses and very good Pennsylvania breds in there. And I'm going to take the local horse, one of them, number 3, Twisted Ride. You know, he lost his last 2 starts, but they were grade 1s at Saratoga. The water doesn't get deeper than that. But here's the amazing thing. He's 0 for 9 on the road, Twisted Ride, but he's 9 for 18 here. And what I have to say about him, there are few horses you'll ever see that try harder. He fights you all the way, and when he gets beat, it's because the tank's empty. He gives his best.
That's Craig Donnelly. Get involved, bet them all.
And what a great day of racing it's going to be. Next week, we're going to recap all the big performances.
We are. Can't wait to see them all, and we'll be talking about them next Saturday on LGR.
Well, thanks for watching us, and we'll catch you next week on Let's Go Racing.
And they're off. Skippy Longstocking has early speed. We the people from in between horses. Taba has got the lead now. It's Taba in the center of the racetrack, but Taba is drawing away. And Taba with Mike Smith, they win the Bet Parx Pennsyvania Derby.